building a creative community so people in the industry, whether music, audio post, music notation, or even video editing and video production, Avid has a very vast number of talented customers that we want to be able to enable them to connect with each other.
Right.
And not only Avid, but also non-Avid customers, having a place to go and basically reach out and try to find a dialogue editor. We're just talking about cleaning up some dialogue for your podcast. Well, if you want to try to find someone that needs some cleanup on dialogue and you're looking for that skill, you now have a community to go search out for that type of talent or that type of skill in this industry.
Which is perfect for nowadays, because with social media and other platforms that connect people, it's, in my opinion, I think it's very beneficial to have very niche areas. And specifically for me, it makes it a lot easier to be able to find someone. And guys, by the way, signing up to this thing is super easy. I literally just downloaded it a minute ago, and I'm already finding people in my area that basically do what I need them to do for audio editing and all that kind of stuff, which is great.
It's exciting. It's exciting. So the product is called Avid Link, and it's available on mobile, Android, or iOS. It's also available as a desktop app for Mac OS and Windows. And so I'm just going to want me to just jump into some of the power of the app and what we're trying to do here. So right out of the gate, if you're an Avid customer today, you can sign into the app with that profile login. Right, so you use your master Avid account, and that's how you can get up and running really quick. And if you're not an Avid customer, you can just create one on the fly. It's free, all free. The usage of the app, the connecting and collaborating with others is all free. Again, we want to enable the community to work together.
Exactly.
Right, and so
it was fast too, so you don't have to worry about all those long, like registration forms. It was quick. I was able to sign in like that.
So here's the home page. As you can see right here on my mobile device, it's a way for us to get industry news to anybody that's in the market. So you could easily figure out what your interests are and filter based on that. So if you're in audio, you could easily filter based on audio products or audio blogs or customer stories.
Nice.
And you could also, at the top, have banners for us to showcase some partner products. We work a lot with our partners to, help with solutions in music creation, audio post, or live sound for that matter. And so right at the top left corner is your profile. So here's where you start to build your profile to get discovered by others, right? So you could add imagery, you could add labels, you could do a quick about me. And what's interesting here is that you can easily, for the different areas of production, whether it's music, post, or even video production, or just that you play an instrument, you can start tagging yourself with those types of skills and talents. So if I'm a drummer, so I tag myself as a drummer. So if someone wants to go find a drummer to collaborate with, they can just do a search in what I'll show you in the Find Talent to then be able to have a list of anybody who's associated themselves as a drummer. So that's just the start of it. And then what we have here in the portfolio section is that now you could actually associate works that you've done. So when people find you, they can actually hear what kind of song you've maybe recorded, what you've produced, what video you were part of, or even for music notation in Sibelius, any of your cloud scores are now available to be shared publicly with anybody in the community, which is a really big deal when we're trying to connect everything you're doing in the apps to the community and building up a profile for yourself to get sought out by others.
That's amazing. I have a quick question actually. For this section in the portfolio, is it possible to link other Avid Link users if you both collaborated on the same song or same video? Is it possible to mention, hey, I did a collaboration with Rob, here's his Avid Link?
Absolutely, and that's a great question. When you actually upload your song, you could fill out collaborators and associate others. You could basically tag them that also worked on this project with you, and you can fill out some other metadata as well that's associated with the song.
Nice.
Or if it's a project that you've maybe sound designed or something like that.
Absolutely, which is perfect, especially for a lot of us who do collaborations, and someone like me who works with a lot of editors and things like that. I think it's perfect.
Thanks. And so that's how you get started, to start building up your profile, find ways to get yourself to the top of the list for when people are searching for certain skills. And so jumping next to actually the find talent section. And so basically it's very simple. You can basically right out of the gate start scrolling through different people's profiles. You can click through, but what's really cool and interesting is that you can filter based on sorry, I'm trying to do this from the side. You can filter based on production types, just like you did when you tagged yourself with different skills and talents. Or you can quickly search for, say, producer. Hopefully the internet's, and see how quick it is. So anybody that has tagged themselves as a producer
That's cool.
can now show up, and you can quickly, click and play to hear what their top song is that they associated themselves with, or you can easily, if you're already connected with them, you could send a message to them directly, or if you're not, you can then you can invite them to collaborate and connect with.
That's very cool. Now, I think I already know the answer, but for the talent search, is that location-based? Can you set that up, like maybe put in your zip code,
Yes.
city that you're in, and it'll just give you the top people from that area?
That's right.
Got it.
Absolutely. And with Pro Tools, as you know, we focus a lot on enabling people. Oops, spam. Sorry. We focus a lot on enabling people to collaborate that aren't in the same physical location with Pro Tools Cloud Collaboration.
Right.
You can invite people to a cloud session, just like Google Docs as a way of,
That's cool.
adding and commenting on different, on the same document. You could do that with Pro Tools on the same session that lives up in the cloud. You can invite people to that project, and they can all, when next time they sit down on that project, they can start collaborating and contributing to certain tracks, lay down a drum track or anything else. And I'm going to tie that into one of the capabilities that this app also brings to the table here. But say someone isn't connected, isn't part of this community today, you can easily invite someone based on their email address. So you can send an email. It will be personalized with your account information as far as your username, and say, come and join me on Avid Link, come join the community, and connect with me. And so that way you can invite others to projects and also a chat.
Absolutely.
Which actually once you're connected, there's this tab here called Messages. So you can now start messaging anybody in your network. So if you want to start talking about, hey, I want to work on this project, is anybody available to start, collaborating on a song or producing a song? You can easily set up a chat with those connections immediately.
That's cool. So it's almost like a bit of a forum in a way where you can sort of post topics or post what you're looking for, and people can respond. You create a conversation that way.
Yes, and speaking of forums, we have a special tab for that called Lounges.
Nice.
Which is basically a forum for different workflows that you're interested in. And you can go, say, in the Pro Tools Lounge, we have the different workflows that might be of interest to some people. And I'll click on the music creation and mixing, and you can see people are already
That's cool.
contributing to the forum in the lounge. I love this one, 52 weeks, 52 songs challenge. So someone posted a challenge that wants to create a song a week for anybody out in the community to collaborate with. So you can connect with them, you can add a comment to this, and immediately start working in Pro Tools together in the cloud collaboration.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm very happy that you bring up the cloud collaboration, because I think, it's really the way of the future. Honestly, I think we can see a lot of tech companies moving away from hard storage devices and slowly starting to incorporate cloud, storage to the devices.
Yeah.
And so I think being able to enable Pro Tools to be edited and collaborated that way, it's just much easier. I know it's easier for me.
Absolutely, and to that point, when you're in Pro Tools and you create a cloud project, all those cloud projects show up on this application, whether it's on mobile or on desktop, and you can click on all your projects, so you can see all your projects that you've created in Pro Tools show up here. So what's great about this is that when you're collaborating with someone, you don't have to sit by the computer waiting for someone to upload to get a notification about, hey, I just uploaded a guitar riff, check it out, or a new drum loop that I want your feedback on. You don't have to sit there. You can actually get notifications when someone uploads tracks to any of these projects that you invited them to, and you can invite them directly to these projects right from within the project. You click on it, you can see the transactions of all all the work I did on this particular project, and anybody in your contacts
stuff,
shows up immediately here that I could then click on here and then invite directly to that project. So next time they sit down at their Pro Tools, they'll see that project show up in their project window that they can click on. They'll download all the media and they can immediately start contributing.
That's amazing. I'm curious, and this is just something me just thinking more far ahead. When it comes to the collaborations, by any chance, when you see the history, when you open up the actual project, can you actually see where the different people put in different things? Like, do they have to manually tag their name, like, hey, here's my guitar riff? Or will the cloud service be able to be like, hey, this is uploaded by so-and-so? Does that make sense?
Yeah, so one of the things you can do, there is a history of all uploaded tracks that are contributing to that project. But you could also, as the owner of, say, the project, you could assign tracks to certain people.
Nice.
So that way, only they can upload new works to that track, or upload new takes to that track.
I love it, man.
And one other really cool thing that we are doing live for NAMM, at the Avid booth, we have an all-star lineup of our customers displaying on our main stage their workflows and how they use Avid solutions in how they mix or how they produce and how they think about a production prior to sitting down and actually start recording. So what you can do with this app at NAMM, when you download it, you'll see these banners scrolling at the top.
Yeah.
The very first one is a live stream banner. So now you can click on this live stream, and what you're seeing here
is the live stream that's happening over there.
Is the live stream of, we have Will Files right now on our main stage talking about how we mixed Venom.
That's cool.
And so you could actually, don't have to be here at NAMM if you're at home and you want to see our customers talking about how they use Avid products. You could stream that live today and tomorrow and on Saturday of all these presentations.
That's fantastic. That's amazing. And it's one of those things where, to me, from someone that likes to learn a lot of things on his own, having something like this would be perfect for me because I can see what other people are doing rather than trying to just mess around, which is awesome. But I think it makes the process faster. If you want to know how a movie is mixed or how this person produced that song, you just see their settings, you see what they're doing. It's perfect.
Even for folks that are very experienced users, you wouldn't believe, the apps these days, we're 30 years in the making. There's a lot of capabilities in this app that people, even professionals, learn new tricks every day and how to make something very, maybe at one point laborious, very easy to do. And that's really our goal when we're creating products in the future. We want to take the technology and those speed bumps of the how to get something recorded or how to track something out of the equation and get that moment of inspiration down as quickly as possible and get the technology out of the way of being creative. And so that's what really we're focused on in the future.
Which is amazing, and I think that's one of the things that Avid has always done. And I say that as a user, but also as someone who grew up in the industry. Avid, you guys have always been, I would argue, at the forefront, always making sure that technology is the most accessible and that makes sense so that creativity can take priority and the whole back end can take a back seat. If that makes sense.
That's right. Yeah, absolutely. So again, this is new, launched today. You can download it at the Apple App Store or the Google Play Store. You could download it from the avid.com/Avid Link product page as well for the desktop app. And one other thing that I will mention too, for the folks that are purchasing Avid products or even products through, there is a full-blown marketplace within this. That you can make purchases of our partner products to use with Avid. All those products will show up in a products tab.
Nice.
So you can easily silently install, let's see if this works. So you can silently install any of the products that you have on your desktop. You can manage all your licenses, You can get updates automatically for those that, when we do a new update, if you're on a plan, we do continuous updates throughout the year. You'll automatically get those. And this application will manage that for you, so you never have to think about, oh, where do I go to get that installer? Or how do I, sitting through the multiple plug-in installers when we update them. All this app does that for you immediately.
That's perfect, man. It keeps things easy in one location. I mean, I can't tell you how many times or how many hours I've spent trying to figure out how to reinstall software when I've made some room on my computer or something like that. And having it all in one location, I honestly think that's, you're solving a problem at that point.
Absolutely. And we know people update their computers all the time.
Yeah.
They get faster. They want to get the
hard
latest
drive,
technology.
You change it, you do all that.
Now you have to remember, okay, what's all the serial numbers that are associated with my products? Well, once you install and you log in with your credentials, it knows what products you're entitled to and will automatically download and install and license them for you.
That's perfect, man. I love it. It makes my job easier and I don't have to worry about it.
Take the technology out of the loop. Let's get you down to, we understand people's time is precious. You don't always have enough time to sit down and noodle on a tune. So let's just get down and start working on a tune and not have to worry about all the technology behind it.
Absolutely, man. And alongside with the app and your ability to have all of the things in one location, like I said before, and I think it's important to note that I think the customer is always the important part. The creative person is the one that drives the industry. And I think the ability that you guys have the ability to ensure that their job is easier. And I think this app and you guys being able to have all the licenses all in one location just makes my job way easier. Always. And I think that's a great place to be at right now in 2019.
Yeah, we are. We're in 2019 and we need to be at the forefront of that technology for sure. And we want our customers to use our products in creating what's in their mind, what they get inspired by, and not have to worry about any of the other stuff behind it.
Awesome, man. Awesome. Yeah, and so I think right now we have actually a couple of questions actually that I think some of the people want to ask you.
Oh, cool.
Go ahead. Yeah.
So I use Sibelius.
Great.
And
thank you.
I just want to know with the app, if you're collaborating on something on the cloud and your friends, your collaborators have different versions of Sibelius, is there going to be compatibility issues with that?
Great question. So for Sibelius users, actually speaking of Sibelius, we just launched a new version 2019.1 today. So if you are on a plan, you'll automatically show up in your account. But to your point about collaboration in the cloud for Sibelius, you can send anybody a version of your score through the cloud collaboration storage, cloud storage, and they don't need to have that same version. It will get basically encapsulated in a MP3 file with the score that will then show up, and anybody can then annotate on it or add comments to it for sure.
Okay, that's cool. That's really cool.
And we will continue to develop that capability more in the Avid Link app as well, to be able to share right directly from there to others so they can actually see it next time they launch Sibelius.
I have a second question.
Sure.
So I've noticed this on the forums as well. Several people complain about how slow it is to credential people back. Let's say if I restart my computer, for example, or the month has gone by and it needs to charge me my subscription again. It takes a while for it to get re-credentialed. I was just wondering if that's a problem that's being fixed or that's being focused on.
It's a great question. Part of this effort, we've worked on this for about a year, and one of the big focus points of this product was to improve performance. Back-end database syncing, to your point, entitlements, so that when you log in, it's super quick. It understands exactly what you're entitled for, so it gets to the point of getting you up and running quicker, so you can actually spend time being creative and composing with that time and not have to worry about waiting for a license to show up. So we absolutely did focus on improving the speed of there.
Thank you very much.
And please let me know if it's not quick enough, because we will continue to work on that if it's not.
All right, thank you.
Yes.
Absolutely. Do we have any other questions?
At this point, we've got a couple of coming through from Caffeine, so I'm just trying to get it. Unfortunately, the sales service is terrible, so that's how we're
The
interacting.
is a little terrible. It's one of those things you never expect when doing a convention. I'm curious, actually, since we're on this topic for Avid Link, you basically showed me the live stream that's happening on the Avid Stage right now, and so basically all of our users, all of the fans of the show, and all the people that are not at NAMM, they can grab the app right now and check out what's going on at the Avid Stage right now at this moment.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
And you could actually see the schedule right from the app as well. One of those banners that I was showing you on the homepage that you click on to see the live stream, there's another banner that shows you the schedule of all the different presenters throughout the next 3 days that will be streamed live. And so if you have an interest in live sound, we have Sully Sullivan talking about his approach.
Cool. That's cool.
We have Will Files, as I was saying, just talking about how he mixed Venom. We have one of my favorites, Daryl Thorpe, coming on Friday evening and Saturday to talk about how he mixed The Sky is a Neighborhood from the Foo Fighters.
Wow.
Yeah, so check out that if you're a Foo Fighters fan. He's going to go deep into how he mixed for Atmos, not just a regular stereo mix, for surround Atmos mixing that song specifically. So yeah, it's really exciting. It's the first time that we've ever streamed live from NAMM, our main stage, and you can get it right now from the Avid Link app.
Absolutely. All right. Well, Rob, I just want to say thank you so much. I've been saying it this whole entire time. I'm really excited to get started on using that app because it makes it easier for us creators, and I think it's going to make it a lot easier for people that already use the product, people that might be interested in the product, or people that just need to collaborate with other people. I think you guys are at the forefront of making things faster, and I couldn't be any happier with what you've brought here to present. So thank you. That
means a lot. It really does, and we try to connect with customers and listen to what their needs and challenges are, so we can solve them. And this is one of those products that hopefully does help connect people together to inspire creativity.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much, Rob.
Thank you.
Make sure to check out the app. Make sure to check out what they're doing live stream on their booth. And thank you so much. Have a great NAMM 2019.
You as well. Thank you very much. Have a great year.
Awesome.